In the heart of Provence, nestled among rolling hills and endless violet rows of lavender, lies the dreamy village of Montbrun-les-Bains. With terracotta rooftops, ancient stone walls, and air sweetened by sun and sage, it's the kind of place where time lingers, and so do glances, silences, and secret hopes.
The village rests quietly when summer breaks over the hills. The first light of day pours gently over the Baronnies Provençales, brushing lavender fields awake with strokes of soft gold. The old stone bell tower, worn but proud, watches over the valley like a sleepy guardian. When its bell tolls, it does so slowly, as if savoring the moment. And now, the bell tolls again, not for time, for love, for forever. From the square below, the scent of fresh bread drifts through the early light, curling out from Boulangerie de la Lune.
Summer. The mornings in Montbrun-les-Bains are still cool in early summer. Down a cobbled lane, behind a window dusted with flour and dreams, Emily begins her day. Boulangerie de la Lune hums quietly to life, the scent of yeast and butter mingling with the faint chill of morning air. She hums La Vie en Rose, off-key but tender, the way her grandmother once did in this very kitchen.
Her apron is dusted with flour, her hair loosely pinned. When she kneads the dough, it's not just bread she's shaping. It's memory, it's love, it's something close to magic. Steam from the ovens curls into the crisp air, carrying the perfume of fresh baguettes and buttery croissants. Through the wide glass window, she sees the narrow cobbled lane, already kissed by sunlight.
Outside, the first light spills over the Baronnies Provençales, touching her window. At the moment, a man with a leather satchel passes by. She notices him, always. Flour still on her nose, her heart quietly betraying her.
Luc is a bookbinder, a restorer of forgotten pages and broken spines. Tall, with dark hair catching the light, he carries a satchel worn soft at the edges. Every morning at exactly 7:02, Luc passes the bakery. His steps are slow. His eyes meet Emily's for just a heartbeat. A faint smile touches his lips before he looks ahead. 3 seconds. A glance, a breath, a maybe, and then he's gone.
One morning, the church bell tower struck 9 as he walked by. Emily found herself leaning forward, her flour-dusted hands resting on the counter, just to see if he would look in again. He did. This time, the smile was unmistakable. Days pass, then weeks. The ritual is always the same until it isn't.
One morning, a soft tap on the bakery door makes Emily look down. A small scruffy dog stands there, paw lifted as if placing an order. Moments later, Luc appears, slightly breathless, a laugh in his voice.
Je suis désolé. I am sorry. I think he smells your croissants, he says.
Smart dog, she replies with a grin. Best taste in town.
Or, he adds, maybe he just wanted to introduce me properly. And just like that, the silence between them breaks like the crust of a warm baguette.
He stays for coffee. She gives the dog a biscuit. They talk, awkward at first, like teenagers in a French film, but with laughter too. A spilled cup, a smudge of jam, and a look, brief but electric. By the time lavender begins to bloom in the fields, Emily knows the rhythm of his steps as well as her own heartbeat.
Please watch my full video, 4 Seasons Love Story and Montbrun-les-Bains on Facebook, and please click the follow button.
Full.
By September, Boulangerie de la Lune glows in the early hours. Shelves stacked high with golden loaves and baskets of fougasse scattered with rosemary and olives.
Luc no longer passes by without stopping. Sometimes it's a pain au chocolat. sometimes just coffee, but always with a pause at the counter, eyes meeting hers with quiet familiarity. The dog, Benoit, waits by the door, tail sweeping the stones.
One morning, Emily steps outside with a paper bag. Fresh from the oven, she says. His fingers brush hers as he takes it. A fleeting touch, yet warm as bees humming in lavender.
Evenings find them walking the narrow upper lanes. Under the archway of the old castle ruins, the view spills into the valley and lavender fields. One night, Luke's hand brushes hers. She doesn't pull away. His thumb lingers just enough to say it's no accident.
By October, the hillsides glow amber and rust, the air scented with wood smoke and cinnamon. Emily fills her shelves with pain au noix, apple galettes, and loaves baked with figs and rosemary. She learns Luke once wanted to be a poet. He learns she once baked a loaf shaped like Napoleon's hat for Bastille Day.
They laugh more now, speak softer, touch shoulders when they think no one is watching. Then, one evening, a soft kiss.
Winter. Snow comes softly to Montbrun-les-Bains, dusting rooftops and settling in the square. The bakery's windows glow against the frost, the scent of bread and cinnamon drifting into the night. Luke takes Emily's hands. "I want every season with you," he says. "Every loaf you bake, every morning light, every quiet evening when the oven's cool. Every season, I find another reason to love you more."
They kiss as snow falls, the church bell rings, and the village lights its windows. One night, Luke pauses at the bakery door.
"Au revoir, mon amour," he whispers, kissing her deliberately before vanishing into the snowfall. She stays in the doorway long after, her heart thawing faster than the winter ever could.
Spring. And spring, beautiful, blessed spring, comes.
Luke returns, holding a single flower and a small box wrapped in a red ribbon. Emily, waiting in a simple white dress, meets him outside the bakery, where the first blooms of lavender dare to dance and sway in the breeze.
Inside, she unwraps the box. A book, old, loved, carefully restored. A collection of French love songs, La Vie en Rose among them. Her fingers tremble as she turns the pages. Her lips part. She looks at him. He steps closer. Their hands touch. A breath shared. And then a kiss. Software trembling. Certain.
They walk together through the lavender fields, hand in hand. Petals swirl around them like confetti sent by the wind.
"This is the most beautiful spring that I've ever had," Emily whispers. "Especially since I'm with you." The hills seem to sigh in agreement. They say love takes time, but sometimes it only takes 3 seconds. And a village that remembers how to believe in magic.
Summer, the wedding. The bells of Montbrun-les-Bains ring on the warmest day of the year, not for mourning, but for marriage. The old stone church glows in sunlight. Boulangerie de la Lune is closed, its window dressed with lavender and rosemary. A handwritten sign reads,
Aujourd'hui, nous célébrons l'amour. Today, we celebrate love. Wildflowers line the aisle. Steam rises from the spa terraces, as if the earth itself gives its blessing. Emily walks toward the altar where Luke waits.
His voice was steady. "You were the one I always wanted to open the door for."
"And you were the customer I never wanted to lose," she replies.
When they step outside, petals fill the air, lavender scent mingling with the aroma of bread from ovens lit early by a friend. Benoit, the dog, runs ahead, wearing a lavender wreath. Villagers watch from windows and doorways, smiling as if this love had always been blooming.
The church bells keep ringing, spilling over rooftops and lavender fields. Somewhere softly, La Vie en Rose play, carrying their love into the warm Provençal evening.
Please watch my full video, 4 Seasons Love Story and Mondrin-les-Bains on Facebook, and please click the follow button. This will help me to make my next romance book. Merci beaucoup.
La vie en rose.
Thank you very much.
Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur une part de bonheur dont je connais la cause. C'est lui pour moi, moi pour lui dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, l'a juré pour la vie. Dès que je l'aperçois, alors je sens en moi mon cœur qui bat. Des yeux qui font baisser les miens, un rire qui se perd sur sa bouche. Voilà le portrait sans retouche de l'homme auquel j'appartiens. Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur une part de bonheur dont je connais la cause. C'est lui pour moi, moi pour lui dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, l'a juré pour la vie. Et dès que je l'aperçois, alors je sens en moi